My name is Ria Master, and I'll be doing my presentation on the neurobiological mechanisms of cocaine addiction and its prevalence on college campuses, which falls under Topic 8, Psychological Disorders. This topic is important to me because many of my fellow students and close friends partake in the recreational use of cocaine. Through this presentation, I hope to be able to teach others about the dangerous consequences of this highly addictive drug and put a sense of urgency behind this very serious issue. Cocaine is an addictive stimulant drug made from coca plant leaves that can be snorted, ingested, injected, or smoked. The definition of a stimulant is a group of drugs that results in increased activity in the body, but more specifically, those that stimulate the brain and central nervous system. Cocaine is the second most trafficked illegal drug in the world. Other names for cocaine are blow, coke, crack, rock, and snow, and it is frequently mixed with other stimulants and methamphetamines that come in the form of white powder. The following short-term and long-term effects are from Brown University, a well-respected institution. The short-term effects of cocaine are increased heart rate, blood pressure, and body temperature, muscle spasms, restlessness, anger, and paranoia. The long-term effects are nosebleeds, severe bowel decay, heart and brain damage, liver damage, hallucinations, and mood disorders. Cocaine works by preventing dopamine from being recycled, which causes it to accumulate in the brain, resulting in a cocaine high associated with pleasure and energy. The image before you is from the U.S. National Library of Medicine National Institutes of Health, a government-run health institute. It illustrates the results of the peer-reviewed article Delta FOSB, a molecular switch for long-term adaptation in the journal Molecular Brain Research. By testing the responses of mice to cocaine while varying their Delta FOSB levels, scientists were able to conclude that these mice exhibited behaviors that were reliable indicators that people in the same conditions would become addicts. Hence, this image shows the mechanisms of addiction. The brain in the left corner shows the stimulating and inhibiting signals caused by cocaine in the ventral tegmental area and nucleus accumbens that regulates pleasure and feeling of reward, the amygdala and hippocampus, which function in memory, and the frontal cortex, which is used in decision-making. The middle shows the buildup of dopamine between the VTA and NAC cells, which sensitizes the brain to future exposures of the drug, triggers altered gene activity, protein production, and dendrite formation. The graph in the right corner shows the buildup of the delta FOSB protein from chronic cocaine exposure that underlies the so-called molecular switch from drug abuse to addiction. This results in permanent neurobiological damage and intense withdrawal symptoms that range from depression to incapacitation and cause a further increase of cocaine usage. Every time you use cocaine, it builds a tolerance inside the body that requires you to take subsequently higher dosages to receive the same effects. This puts you at an alarmingly high risk for addiction and overdose. The usage of cocaine also sends more than 500,000 Americans to the emergency department each year, more than any other drug. Any use of cocaine at all, no matter the dosage or frequency, can lead to heart damage, anxiety, paranoia, and severe tremors that put you at risk for seizures or even death. Data from a peer-reviewed article, The Demand for Cocaine by Young Adults, A Rational Addiction Approach, in the Journal of Health Economics, shows that cocaine consumption is highest in the 17 to 29 age range, which is when most students are in college or graduate school. The first use of cocaine in college is as a social drug. With a feeling of euphoria paired with a striking clarity and heightened senses, this drug is often seen at parties, clubs, and raves. Furthermore, the societal pressure to fit in, frequent references in pop culture, and newfound freedom from parents all create the perfect environment for a highly addictive drug like cocaine to become a part of a student's everyday life. The second use of cocaine in college is as a study drug. As shown in the infographic on the left, 1 in 3 students take stimulants that have not been prescribed to them to stay up late and study, with cocaine being one of these main drugs of choice. Students use the high produced by cocaine to, among other tasks, cram for exams, power through assignments, and finish extracurricular work. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, cocaine has become the second most popular illegal drug among college students. Students in particular are at a high risk for cocaine addiction due to their vulnerability as young adults, greater independence, easy accessibility, and party mentality. The research discussed in this presentation is from reputable sources, government-run entities, and peer-reviewed articles, so they should be trusted. The evidence overall indicates the severity of this issue and how dangerous cocaine is for students' health and well-being. How you can help. If you notice symptoms of cocaine abuse or addiction in friends or family, or if you feel like this may apply to you, please seek help. The following are support resources recommended by the University Health Services. LifeRing, an alcohol and drug peer support program from a secular perspective, which is a non-12-step based program. Narcotics Anonymous, a 12-step program to help people live their lives free of nicotine. And Smart Recovery, self-empowering, science-based, face-to-face, and online support groups for recovery from addiction to substances and behaviors.